So, guys, what's going on? So, people always ask me about these. And the other day, or really like 2 weeks ago, I was in one of my locations. I was out in Brooklyn, and the guy had one of these on the counter. Now, I was kind of talking with the guy. We were standing behind the counter, and I kind of just seen it. It was behind his register, and I grabbed it, and I was saying they do the number on Sunday, and he goes, "Yeah, they do the number every day." I always thought the number was done like Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday. I don't know why I didn't know it ran on a Sunday. I don't know anything about the way the number runs. So, being really honest, and the last time I really concentrated and really dealt with any of this was back in the early 80s. So, I don't know what's going on now, but they still make these sheets, and this sheet was there, and they sell it. People buy it. And this was an old school candy store. This was one of those candy stores where they still had like the adult magazine rack. Like when you walk in, there was like Car and Driver and Good Housekeeping, and then there was like a row of a lot of them actually of these adult magazines that I didn't even think they made. I know they make like Playboy, maybe Penthouse, but they still had a bunch of them. And I'm thinking with the internet and the phone that they wouldn't even make those anymore, but they do. And he was saying that people come in and buy them. So I don't know. But here are here's an old number sheet. Me and the guy were talking. The guy that owns the store, he's an Indian guy, good guy, and we're talking, and he's showing me the sheet, and he's telling me that people come in and they'll play, the lotto or regular lotto, and then they'll play one of these numbers. Now, let me explain to you how I think this is working. I believe that you can bet like a nickel, a dime, a quarter, and if you hit one of these numbers, it's something like 600 to 1. I used to think it was 800 to 1. I believe it's 600 to 1. I didn't get too much into, what the payout is, but a lady came in. She played like a nickel on one of these numbers, like a physical nickel. So the lotto is $1. So if they're playing a number through the regular New York State Lotto, that's $1. But they can play one of these numbers and put a nickel down or a dime down or a quarter down. And if they hit, that's 600 to 1. I think it's 600 to 1. Don't quote me. But I didn't know that they did it on a Sunday. I don't know why I just didn't think that. But I guess everything, right? Everything is running all day long. Now, when I was a kid, there was 3 sheets. There was Big Mac, there was Big Red, and then there was another sheet. Big Red was a red sheet. There was a blue sheet just like this. I don't know the name of it. I forgot it. I think I may have a couple of them in my old office. I don't know. I have to look. And if they do, I would have to search for them. Because I usually would pick these. I'll just grab these just to grab them. Just because I like looking at them. Like I'll be sitting in the car and I'll just like go through all this stuff. And I'll see. So these were last week's numbers. And they do a night number and a day number. There's different numbers, I think, even for Brooklyn compared to the rest of the state. There's a whole thing. I really have to, when I'm, hanging out with some of these people, when I do my thing and I'm hanging out, I should really ask them to explain this to me a little bit more because I'm not really talking about this. We're just hanging out and talking about everything that's just happening in general, and I'll just grab one of these. I'll grab a couple of these off of the, from the counter as I'm leaving. But, that's it. So this was Sunday. This was a Sunday. I think I remember this Sunday. We're in August now. The summer is half over. But there you go. And see, it has like last week's numbers. Well, from this time period, right? It's showing you what last week's numbers were. And I guess this week's numbers were. There's a New Jersey number. So I guess if you wanted, you can maybe put, $1 down on the Brooklyn number. Maybe there's a Jersey number. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff. I really don't know exactly how it breaks down. I'm just, like I said, it's not my thing. It's not my deal. So there you go. That's Big Mac. I've got the hits. Sometimes they'll have little like cartoons or if you saw some of my other videos on these. Now, again, I've only seen these when I'm in, New York City, New Jersey, and sometimes Connecticut. Those are the three states I've seen them in. I've never really seen them outside of those 3 states. Also, it also depends on the store and where you're going. You ain't gonna find this in New Jersey in like a Wawa. This is gonna be in that local, nitty gritty candy store. I guess that's the best way for me to explain it. But here it is. So it's something that not everybody sees. You might not see it in your area. You possibly have something different where you live. I don't know. Lotto is still big. You know, the Mega Millions and the Powerball and all that stuff are still going. And I figured I'd share it. So if you know anything more about this, you probably do if you're into this type of stuff, leave a comment below. I love to read your comments. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying safe. Guys, God bless you, and I will talk to you guys later.